Welcome back to my channel. Today we will explore a superhero who is drawing massive attention in the DC Dark Legion community, and that is the Flash Wally West. In the current PvP meta, one of the biggest problems many players are facing is the rise of shield-heavy team compositions, especially Justice League Dark teams or Amazon teams, which make it extremely difficult for standard damage dealers to break through. Because of that, the arrival of Wally West is considered a perfect strategic solution thanks to his unique mechanic that increases damage against shielded targets and his unlimited scaling potential as the battle goes on. It can be said that this is an extremely important piece for anyone running a Teen Titans team, but does this character truly make a complete difference and deserve your resource investment? Let's go into a detailed analysis right now. First, we will take a deep look at his skill set to clearly see why Wally West is the natural counter to thick protective shields. The skill Everywhere at Once allows him to attack enemies from all directions with base physical damage equal to 1000% attack, but the most valuable part is the additional 500% damage if the target has a shield, helping you quickly dismantle even the toughest defensive lines. Next, the power scaling mechanic through the Speed Force stat is the key factor that creates his breakthrough damage potential. Through his third skill, each normal attack from Wally grants 2 stacks of Speed Force, and when using his ultimate Infinity Mass Punch, each stack increases the damage multiplier by 35%, allowing it to reach up to 5,000% of Wally's attack. In addition, his fourth skill, Titan of Speed, gives Wally a huge advantage in PvP by providing 25 Speed Force stacks right at the start of the battle, allowing him to maintain power on par with other top-tier damage dealers. Finally, we cannot ignore the attack increase of up to 300% from the passive Relentless Attack, turning Wally into a true destructive weapon, especially in long boss fights where he has enough time to fully stack all of his scaling effects. To fully optimize the power of Wally West, combining him with other members of the Teen Titans is an extremely important strategy. You can take advantage of Raven or Starfire, 2 characters with strong healing and support abilities, to keep your team's health stable throughout the battle. In addition, using Nightwing creates a very annoying offensive duo, as he can directly target low HP enemies while Wally focuses on breaking shields and dealing heavy damage from the front line. Another interesting option is Superboy, the newest member of the Teen Titans, who not only provides excellent damage support, but also serves as a strong tactical bridge to the Superman family. The most important reason to use at least 3 Teen Titans in your main lineup is to fully activate the passive effect of his fourth skill, allowing the Speed Force stacks gained from each buff to be doubled. This means that instead of receiving 3 stacks as usual, Wally will immediately gain 6 Speed Force stacks whenever an ally applies a buff. Running him with teammates of the same faction allows Wally to reach his maximum power threshold much faster compared to running him alone, enabling him to unleash devastating finishing punches as early as the mid-game instead of having to wait too long. When talking about Wally West's long-term performance, the signature gear called Speed Metal Suit is a mandatory investment that you should not ignore. This gear provides impressive attack and physical armor penetration stats, while also directly increasing the ultimate damage by 60% when facing shielded enemies. This further strengthens Wally's position as a specialist assassin against shield-heavy defensive teams in the current meta. However, the good news for players who want to save resources is that you do not need to upgrade this gear to 5 red stars immediately. Reaching 5 white stars is already enough to unlock the most important shield-breaking and scaling damage passives. Investing properly into Legacy will ensure that Wally does not lack damage during crucial stages of the battle and guarantees he can finish off targets cleanly. Although he possesses explosive power, players also need to pay attention to Wally West's weaknesses in order to protect him effectively during battle. His biggest weakness is his reliance on continuous attacks to accumulate Speed Force stacks. So hard crowd control effects such as stun or root become major obstacles, causing him to take much longer to reach his maximum damage threshold. In addition, like many primary damage dealers, Wally can still be threatened by assassins who specifically target the highest attack or lowest HP unit. To counter this,
I've
my
got this
important
one on
advice
my
is to
own.
carefully position Wally
Tell him
on
to
your
watch the
tactical
sky.
formation. Place him in safer areas to avoid being pressured too early, while ensuring that your front line is durable enough to give
Are
him the
you
space needed to
ready
stack power
to
and deliver the
rock?
match-ending
Can
punch.
handle that with my bow staff.
Overall, the Flash
I'm used
Wally
to
West
working
is
with
an
other nets.
extremely high quality and valuable addition to any team that needs explosive physical damage, especially for breaking through the toughest defensive shields. In terms of overall rating, I give Wally West a 9 out of 10 in PvP,
My turn.
thanks to his hard counter potential against
I'm
shield-based
ready and
teams,
waiting.
and a perfect
I'm
10
just
out of
gonna
10 in
nightwing it.
boss battles due to his unlimited scaling damage.
Super
Although
boy!
the investment difficulty is around 8 out of 10 because of his signature gear requirements, what he brings to the
I'm
table
just
is
gonna nightwing it.
absolutely worth the effort. My final advice is that if
I'm
you are
just gonna nightwing
struggling
it.
against heavy shield defense teams or already have a solid Teen Titans core, then owning Wally West is completely necessary. I hope this breakdown helps you make the right investment decision for your lineup. Has Wally West appeared on your server yet? And which characters are you planning to pair him with? Leave a comment below so we can discuss together.
I'm used to working without a net.
Batgirl, over and out.
Anyone mind if I take my bike?
Tell him to watch the sky.
Are you ready to rock? I'm just gonna nightwing it.
My turn.
I'm ready and waiting. I'm just gonna nightwing it. Super boy!
My turn.
I'm just gonna nightwing it. I'm ready and waiting. Super boy! I'm just gonna nightwing it.
My turn.
I'm ready and waiting. I'm just gonna nightwing it.
My turn.
I'm just gonna nightwing it. I'm ready and waiting.
My turn.
I'm just gonna nightwing it. I'm ready and waiting. I'm just gonna nightwing it.
My turn.